Asylums do usually make for super creepy movies, so let's talk about some. My favorite asylum-based movie and one of my favorite horror movies of all time in general is Grave Encounters. This movie absolutely rocked my world the first time I saw it. It scared the shit out of me. In this movie, the asylum becomes this inescapable hellish labyrinth, and honestly, it is my own personal hell. While Grave Encounters 2 isn't as good, I personally still really like it. For me, the one scene that makes it is that scene where they're in the elevator, and I don't want to give anything away, but when those doors open, the feeling of just your gut dropping and just the absolute like hopelessness and despair, I love this movie. This comment was made on a video where I mentioned this movie, Ganjiam Haunted Asylum. This is a Korean horror movie, and Korean horror is not for the weak of heart. I watched this movie within the last couple years, and it was the first movie in a very long time to scare the hell out of me. If you've seen Grave Encounters, I can almost guarantee you'll like this movie, and vice versa. Unsane is a movie that I never hear anybody talk about, and I'm not really sure why. I think this one just flew under the radar at the time that it was released. This movie was literally shot on an iPhone. It's super low budget, but this is definitely a psychological thriller, and it's one of those movies where you feel like you are going insane with the main character. Like, you truly cannot tell what is real and what is not. Session 9 is a movie that I actually watched for the first time recently, and I can't believe I slept on this movie this long. This is definitely another one where I feel like you are going insane with the main characters, and you have no idea what direction this one is going to go in. And the ending, especially like the ending line in this movie, is so chilling. I have to talk about Nightmare on Elm Street 3, of course. I feel like a lot of us who are fans of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, this is probably our favorite one after the original. This movie's phenomenal, and it also has my favorite kill of the whole entire franchise. And it's the puppeteer marionette one. If you know, you know. Shutter Island is more of a thriller, but it fits the theme, and I still love it nonetheless. I might be a little biased because Leonardo DiCaprio is my favorite actor of all time, but this one I felt was a total mindfuck, and I'm just a sucker for a good twist, so I love this one. Obviously, I'm going to mention American Horror Story Asylum. I'm a diehard American Horror Story fan, and I know a lot of people like kind of regard this as one of their favorite ones. This personally is not in my top favorite seasons, but it definitely has its moments, and I think the asylum setting was very effective. And finally, I have The Ward, just because I know people are probably going to mention it. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't really remember a whole lot about this movie. I watched it a really long time ago. I'm probably blacking it out because Amber Heard is in it. So yeah, honestly, you can probably skip it.